Alright, let's chat about some news. Looks like Bobby's loaned out his balloon trousers and Royce's are investing heavily against my best advice. USD have already started planning Eugen's next skate. They've been listening to his feedback and how he's actually been using it. Here's some leaked footage of them testing out the prototype. It speaks to everything that Eugen needs from rollerblading. That is actually the stuff of nightmares. Come here, chicken! Look at this pic, man. The band are back together. The boys are doing it. There is a whole lot of blade history in that picture. Think about all the amazing tricks they've done between them. And I was serious about Randy and Louis arriving in a helicopter at Blade Cup. Get to the chopper! Get Julio involved as well. He can be flying the thing. Imagine that for an entry. That's how they start the whole thing. Them boys arrive and just, I don't know, fireworks goes off and it's like, it's on, man, let's go. On a serious note, it's important to see like legends and icons coming back to it and sticking with it, you know, showing people that like you can actually rollerblade for quite a long time. You can still enjoy it into your older years if you really want to. Talking to people coming back once again for the Renegade Master. The ringmaster himself, Chris Haffey, is back on the mega ramp, man, launching 900s like. Whew. Everybody's getting back involved. They want a slice, mate. They want a taste of it again. Man, it must be amazing to like take a little bit of time off and still be able to do that when you come back. Chris Haffey's there trying to quietly sneak out the house so he can go and throw a few 900s with the boys. His partner's like, what are you up to, mate? Oh, I'm just going for a quick one with the boys. Nothing too wild. Yeah, you just keep it that way. Gets down the mega and all the boys are like, go on, mate, have a go. Just have a little go. Just a little 900. Come on, Chris. And he's like, yeah, come on, for the boys. And he's back to it. Unbelievable style, like. Dead Wheels have taken advantage of the March transfer window and signed up young Don Bruce. Man, stellar signing. He had an incredible 2021. 2022, I reckon he's going to do big things. I reckon he's definitely actually going to be in the conversation for Skater of the Year, and I feel like he'll be up there for Section of the Year as well. That's my bet. Going in and hard in March. And what a team Dead have. I would love to see another video from Dead. It'd just be incredible. Dom's pretty chuffed about it as well. Oh my days! That's what I'm talking about. Consume. Chad Hornish has managed to get himself on a soda, on a bottle of fizzy pop. That's pretty good going. Like, Jones has approached him last year and were like, oh, do you want to get involved in this? And he was like, yeah, sure. And now it's happening. You can go and buy the things. Also, if you use their app, you can actually see footage of him skating, which is really cool, man. Mike Tyson's got a drink with him as well, so he's in good company. So you give it to him. The drink comes in a wildly intense blue. That looks dangerous, man. That looks lethal. But you know, when the sun comes cracking out, I'm always reaching for like luminous coloured drinks. Love a WKD blue. Oh, when it's absolutely scorching outside, swirl up a couple of those, fire them back. Oh, mate, you feel like you're Mike Tyson after a couple of those things. You've started scraps with people and all sorts. Nice one, Chad, for getting that deal. Talking about swirly things, heavydistribution.com have got stock of the mesmerized tea, so it's got that like swirly imagery on there. That's what your eyes will start seeing if you drink loads of WKD in the sun. Like, this is what your eyes go like another planet, another dimension actually. And then they've also got the bat tea out as well. Really strong designs, man. I like it. Stays with their aesthetic. I think it's cool for rollerblading, and I think it's cool to wear whenever you like. You could be out rollerblading with your mates. You could also take the swirly one to some side trance festival in the woods with another like 500 people absolutely losing the plot, man. You could even be at your local pub when there's about 5 people in there. Favourite metal band just trying to blow the absolute roof off with the bat tea. Works absolutely everywhere. After a bit of a wait, it looks like the IQON riders are finally starting to get their skates, and they've also started the countdown to pre-order. Oh my goodness, so after waiting all this time, they've started a countdown for another wait. Bit of a weird tactic, and also they've called it the countdown is on. Missed a massive trick there. You should have called it the countdown is IQON. So obvious. I don't know. But at least they're coming. They do look good. They got the AG 10, the AG 20. They look like an interesting skate, man. They remind me a little bit of walking boots with those like little hoops they've got for the laces, man. Get those sole plates off after the session, you'll be up Ben Nevis in no time. Pre-orders start on the 7th of March, and it'd be great for people to get a hold of them and see what they're really like. 50/50 have got the Balance 2 frame coming out in April. That Brainbox law's been down in the lab, tinkering around trying to make these frames better for everybody. He's taken on the community's feedback And by that, I reckon he actually means he's just been listening to loads of people mine because they can't do tricks. I'm like, oh, can you change this so I can do this trick? And he's like, ah, oh, fine, go on then. He's made 5 big changes. You've got a bigger split between those middle wheels, so it's 105mm now. Importantly though, the groove's not got bigger, it's still the same classic groove. One-sided axles, fully compatible with the prime frames. You've got cosmetic upgrades with like smaller juice bumps and cleaner lines. Everybody loves a clean line, no one more than Maradona. Updated material to be faster and longer lasting. No more special frame bolts. Will work with the frame bolts on your skate. That's handy. Nice one. Just a quick one, if you like what I'm doing and you'd like to support me, I've got a couple of t-shirts you can buy. You can also support me via Patreon. Starts off at like £3. I'm going to be doing a load more exclusive videos for Patreon this year. Bacemint have teased up a new spring drop that's coming soon. Looks like the Bally's might be the move in 2022 for the rollerblading companies. They've also posted up the Nick Dangchuck trailer, 2 years in the making, and it looks like he's gone absolutely off the rip, man. He's gone berserk for it. He actually kind of looks like he'd skate straight through a wall if it was in the way of his trick. That is going to be an exciting edit. If you're staring into your wardrobe and things are looking a little bit tired, Tooeasy might be able to help you out. They've got a few new bits up on their merch site. I'm particularly fond of Easy Legs. You've got the fat chain on there with the Tooeasy logo. Nice, man. In light of recent events, Edo Goods will be tie-dyeing, upcycling and printing items, all with the aim of collecting donations for people in urgent need. 100% of the proceeds will be going to support initiatives or help directly. If you can, get involved, donate and grab a few pieces. Watch. Take Global have posted up a little edit called Boost. All the troops are involved, and as you'd imagine, it's absolutely laden in style, like absolutely finessing tricks, and it looks like they're having the best time as well. They just look confident in their skating. Looks like they don't really care about what other people think. They're just like, do you know what? I can do this and I can make this look mega good. I'm gonna have a great time while I'm doing it. Also, the edit's being used to raise awareness of the Railway Main Towel project. This is the project they've been working on, and they could do with your help to finish it off, get it all looking like proper and good, and turn it into a really good indoor skate spot. All the info will be linked to in the description. The Bodega boys took a jaunt down to Miami for their spring training, hooking up with the moose hunter himself, Cameron Talbot. And as you can imagine, it's just top quality skating. It's filmed really well, really great tricks in there, creativity, awesome spot selection, and it's quite an eerie tune to go with it all. I rate it. If you respect the art of curb skating, you've got to get onto the Curb boys. They are just absolutely pumping out all the top quality curb skating from across the globe. It's absolutely all in there, and they're accepting submissions as well. Try and get yourself featured in there, man. Wax up a curb and have some fun.
Who are the Curb boys?
Julien Cudot is a man on a mission, man. This last edit is actually berserk. So we spent 3 months travelling through Brazil, Peru and Colombia, stacking clips, and it looks like it was intense, like some really rough spots, but with the most just beautiful scenery, beautiful backdrops. But he's like, paid no attention to them, focused on the job in hand, which a lot of the time seems to be really steep and scary handrails. He's got a load of tech skating in there as well. And man, it is great to see people's passion. This last rail that he does, where he like has a few attempts at it, takes a few bails, but that's not going to stop him. Oh my goodness, he goes berserk afterwards. He's going screaming and shouting, he's kicking the wall and everything. But it's good to see that passion, and that's what will drive it to you. Sometimes, like, you know, when you just can't get that trick, it's just evading you, you've given it your all, he gives it one more go and he gets it. Oh my goodness me. And at the end you can see he's really grateful as well. Nice one to Diako for getting on America's Got Talent Extreme. I've never even heard of the thing, it sounds utterly ridiculous. But it's a great way to raise awareness for rollerblading, and I'm like pleased to see that he's got through. Smashed it, like did a load of jumps, did a load of flips, did a flat 900 to impress the judges. They've all pushed him through to the next round. Good on him, man. It's really good to see him bounce back from getting WWF clotheslined in some skate park the other week. That was absolutely awful and completely unnecessary. And you know what, no matter how you look at it, like the America's Got Talent Extreme is being like completely uncore, it's just really good awareness for rollerblading, you know. More eyes on the sport, and like no matter what level people come through to rollerblading, if it is like a really commercial level, that's going to drip down through to the core level anyway. So It's all good stuff. I hope he wins the thing, man.
Listen.
Demetrios, George and the Jump Street podcast boys had a great conversation this week. There's a load of funny stories in there, like the time Rashad drunk all his milk and his mum was kicking off. They also covered that splinter foot incident which was in Future of Rollerblading 3. Oh my god, that is grim. I don't know if I just missed it, but I wish they would have talked about that deodorant advert he did. That was hilarious, man. Did you ever catch this thing? They talk about his healthy lifestyle. He even shows off a little bit of his routine.
I go nice and low and I sit there and I do arm circles.
They talk about his approach to skating, being a little bit more like business minded about it all and that kind of focus, and also the difference between like his kind of skating and newer skating. And what I think is funny is that like no matter what he says, and he says it's like, oh yeah, like I like all this style of skating, people will always take what he said and try and twist it and then push their own narrative. This comment, for example, honestly, I'd rather see OGs like Rashad, Frankie, Demetrios, etc. than the young crowd. I'd rather see long grinds and hammers than 15 trick tap switch up. I'm not good by any mean, but I grew up skating from 12 to 38 now, and this new era of tight pants, nah, I'm cool. Oh my goodness, this one really made me laugh because it's just like so out of touch. It's unbelievable. People definitely still wear tight jeans, but nowhere near the amount that they used to. Like the trend now is like definitely for like a looser jean or like a Dickies trouser, which is hardly like a skin tight jean, is it? And also like 15 trick switch ups. What do you want? Again, wrong time period you're like referring to here. This person is completely deluded. People definitely do hammers still. People definitely do like long rails. Like if you just prefer those skaters, that is fine. But you don't have to use that to like Trojan horse yourself into the comment section and then go, yeah, I like these, but I hate all you guys use. Calling things, come on, man. Just, it's so easy. Just go, I am well into Demetrios George's skating. I love it. Him, Frankie, Rashad, absolutely banging. And that's just where, just save yourself the time. Stop typing, man. Save your fingers, like. Your keyboard's getting burnt out from all the absolute bile that you're spilling there. Speaking of increasing visibility, Jon Julio was on the Pair of Kings podcast. This podcast dive into things like fashion and culture and everything around that and beyond. So it's really good to see them like approaching Jon, seeing that like he's appearing on their radar. Feels like rollerblading's really growing again, man. Damien Wilson had a chat with Jan Welsh on the Then and Now podcast, man. There is some utterly ridiculous stories on this one. You're just gonna have to go and check it out. Definitely worth a listen, man. The guy is like off the chain. And that's it, man. Pretty interesting week. Big thank you to all my Patreons: Leon, Jeff Metz, Xander, Apollo 1, Danny Beard, DLK, Placebo Skate Shop, Josh Allen, Kevin Arras, Elliot Boyers, Rollerology, Brandon Drummond, Thomas Andrews, Nathan O'Keefe, Dominic Stransky and MD83. Here's another video you can watch talking about rollerbladers traits and the odd little things that we do, and yeah, I'll see you again soon. Spotty Dog.